Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to do a quick and easy card using the Penguin Place. Now this stamp set was available last year and it is available again this year in the mini catalog. So the mini catalog goes till December if you were be interested in this stamp set. It's a cute little set. You can do birthday, you can do Christmas, you can do thank you. So there's a few different things that you can create with these little guys. And we're going to do just something very simple. So I'm going to start out with basic white, 11 by 4 1/4, 11 by 4 1/4, and we're going to score it at 5 1/2. Okay, so we're going to, that's our card base. Then we're going to put an additional layer of basic white, and this is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Then we're going to use the 20, 22, 24 in color glimmer paper, and this is in the Sweet Sorbet. So it's really very, very pretty. Hey, Do. And that is, I believe, let me just check. I did write it in the group. 5 1/4 by 4. Then we have another piece of Sweet Sorbet cardstock, and this is 2 3/4 by 4 1/8. And then I have the stitched rectangle in basic white, and this is 2 5/8 by 4 1/8, or by 4. Okay, so these are the front layers to our card. So let's get these laid down. I'm going to actually use the glue to get my layers down. So just very quick and easy. Not too many pop-ups. So we'll lay this down on the basic white. Anybody doing anything fun and exciting today? I don't think I'm doing anything. Just going to catch up because we have a busy week ahead with, oh my goodness, I think we have doctor's appointments every single day this week. If not doctor's appointments, we have to go and get tests done for pre-op. So it's a crazy week. So I'm going to catch up on everything I need to catch up on. So if there's anything, hey Margaret, hey Sheila, if there's anything you're expecting from me, you'll get it this week. All right, so there's our layers. Now for these two layers, I am going to pop this up, but I'm going to wait until we work on the front of the card. So I'm just going to pull in my foam pad, and I covered it with a piece of scrap paper. And what we're going to do is start out with the balloons. We're making a birthday card today, and I'm going to stick with Sweet Sorbet and Flirty Flamingo. Now the Sweet Sorbet, I'm actually going to stamp this full strength, and we're going to give him, and you know what, before I even do that, let me grab a spoon. You know, I always say I like to stamp these. I'm going to clean this off real quick. When the pad has lots of ink in it, I just don't like the way it stamps. So I'm just going to pull some of the ink down. I think I just got some on my hand, and I did. Okay, so now I'll ink up the balloon, and I like that much better. And we'll stick this balloon right about there. See, it's still really very juicy. Good morning. And then with the flirty flamingo, I am going to stamp off. So I don't want it to be, let me just clean this off a little bit. I don't want it to be as dark as the sweet sorbet, and the colors are fairly similar. And I'll show you right here. I did stamp them off, and here's the sweet sorbet. This was Calypso Coral, and here is the Flirty Flamingo, and it's still pretty dark. So let's see what it'll look like if I stamp it off. So let's stamp off, and that's probably too light. So we will stamp it full strength, and we'll just have to wait for it to dry completely. So let's just get that spoon. Gotta pull some of the ink down. And ink this up. And let's put this balloon right there. Okay, so now we have our two balloons. Now we're going to put our penguin on, and he'll go down here on the bottom. And then I have the presents, and I didn't pull a color for presents. So let's use some Coastal Cabana and some Granny Apple Green. And we're going to pull in our memento, because that is what we're going to use for our penguin. And I have to be careful, because of course I already have ink on my fingers. And we're going to put this little guy right here in the center. So let's ink him up. Make sure he's inked up really well. And let's put him right about here. There we go. Cute little guy, isn't he? He needs a beak. So I'm going to pull in some mango medley. And I have his little beak right here. And I can't believe I haven't lost, I shouldn't say anything. I haven't lost this little stamp yet. I'm just going to, oh, my stamp pad is dried out. Okay, so we got enough to at least stamp his beak. So let's get his beak in here. All right. Now these balloons are going to need to be attached to him, but we'll wait until we get the little presents. And these little presents are pretty cute. Let's stamp one on here and see what it looks like. Okay. So let's get some presents down here. We'll put one here. Let's put this one this way. And we'll get a blue one. I'm going to clean this off. 68 degrees and rain in Georgia. Oh my goodness. It's pretty cool here today. Not sure. I didn't even look to see what the temperature is, but I know it's not 70. 62 in Iowa. Awesome. New York City, 76. Yeah, it's pretty nice out today, I have to say. Bill and I took a walk this morning, and it was fairly cool. All right, so let's ink up the next present. And we're going to stick one down here at the bottom, just to fill in that awkward space there. And then I'll put one here. And then this one will turn around, sorry, and we'll stand it up. So it's going right off the edge. Now this stamp set comes with a punch, and you can punch out the black of the penguin and the white of the penguin and assemble him if you wanted, instead of stamping him. And also, and I meant to show, in the punch are his feet. There's little feet down here. So I already punched his feet out in Mango Medley. So we're going to just stick these little feet down here at the bottom. I'm just going to put a little dab of glue. Grab my... Now when you punch them out, you know, one side of the punch is going to look a little rough when you punch it. So just make sure, I'm going to stick it over like that you have the right side showing. So there we have his little feet. Let's move that one over. So there he is. He's got his little feet and some birthday presents. Oh, it's 73 in Ephrata? Okay. Thank you. It must have gotten warmer because it was pretty cool this morning. All right, so now we have to get these balloons attached. Now, the stamp set itself, it's right here, does have this stick for the balloons with a little piece of twine or string attached to it, and you could use it for a fishing pole if you wanted. It's most probably for the balloons, but since we already have our little penguin here, I'm just going to grab a black marker, and I'm going to just put a little mark where it is tied. I can even make it so it is a little bow, and we're going to bring this down to the top of his head and down to his hand. And then this one, we can do the same thing. Put a little bow, an extra string, and right to his hand. Now at least those balloons are just not floating in the air. They are attached to this little guy. So now we want to put happy birthday. And what I'm going to do is, in this balloon here, the happy birthday stamp is quite small. I'll show you. We'll use this balloon here that I stamped, and the happy birthday fits perfectly on the balloon. So we are going to ink up our happy birthday, and we're going to stick it right here on the balloon. So how perfect is that? The stamp is the perfect size for the balloon. Now we want to attach this to our layer. I'm not going to use glue, just in case we see it through. So we're going to add some. When you use your seal and you don't stop it properly, sometimes you can't find the end anymore. All right, so let's layer this down. We want to make sure that it's in here and it's pretty even. That looks pretty good. And then we can grab some dimensionals. And those are small, so let's get some large dimensionals. Stick our dimensionals on the back. Take our papers off. I think I missed that one again. There we go. Make sure our card opens the right way so we can put this on. So I'll just set this on the front of the card, making sure that it's straight. And there is the front of our card. Quick and easy. Good morning, good morning. Thanks, Stu. All right. No, my pokey tool is here somewhere. It's right here. See? I found it. All right. So for the inside, I'm going to use a layer of sweet sorbet, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and then a layer of basic white, 5 1/4 by 4. Now, what shall we put on the inside? Very good question. Let's see. Let's put some of the presents in here. And we'll start with one present right in the center. So I'm going to have to clean this off. And then I'll pull in my granny apple. What happened to the... Let's see if I can... Is that clearer? And we'll do a granny apple this way. And a granny apple this way. And then we'll put 2 more presents in the blue and we'll lay it down sideways. Put it, oops, here. And here. This way we'll pull in these colors from the front of the card to the inside of the card. Okay. Again, I don't want to use my glue on the basic white layer because sometimes it does show through. Okay, I'm just going to grab my cutter. Just gonna trim a hair off the bottom because when it laid down, of course it wasn't straight. And then we're just gonna add some glue to this layer because we won't see this glue through the basic white. So let's just lay this on the inside. Okay, and there you go. A quick and easy birthday card. Isn't it cute? Just so cute. And it was just quick and easy with a bunch, I don't know what, oh, there it goes. Just by stamping and layering up some paper. You don't always have to be fancy, right? Penguin is adorable. So tomorrow I'll post a stepped up card using the same exact products, and I'll step it up a bit. and let's see what we can come up with, okay? So, quick and easy, you are so welcome. I hope everybody creates some cute little birthday penguins. So have a great day, ladies. I think I need to run to the store and finish up my day. Thank you, Margaret. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope everything and your weather is good and you enjoy the company of others. Thank you so much, Sheila. You do the same, honey. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.